But what happens when strength means staying silent even when you're not okay?
Even if we cry, people will think like, okay, they're very weak. Okay, why is a guy crying?
Men are less likely to ask for help and more likely to suffer in silence.
I think it's a vicious cycle that has been created. I think that people have a sort of in their mindset. This is what society needs to know. That is, how does it differentiate from a normal person having mental health and with a person having a disability? Like, how do you guys deal with this?
Some people, they want to speak out, a voice to say anything, and want Breaking Barriers to be that. Welcome back to Breaking Barriers, the podcast where we amplify voices, dismantle stigma, and empower people of all abilities to rise. I'm your host Trithik, and today we're diving into a topic that doesn't get talked about enough: men's mental health. Whether you're living with a disability, navigating stress, or just trying to keep it together in a world that doesn't always understand this, this one's for you. Let's talk about stability, stigma, and the silent strength so many can carry.
Hey guys, my name is Hannah, and in this conversation we'll be talking mental health. Mental health affects everyone, but for men, especially men with disabilities, the pressure to hold it all together is huge. You're told to be strong, not to cry, not to burden others. But what happens when strength means staying silent even when you're not okay? Men are less likely to ask for help and more likely to suffer in silence. For men with disabilities, mental health struggles can compound due to isolation, stigma, and discrimination. Stability isn't about having no struggles. It's about knowing how to manage them.
What does mental health mean to you? I'm going to go to you, Manny. What does it mean to you?
Thank you, Chitik. Thanks, Hanok. Yes, mental health means to be open up to be myself and to cope up with the stresses in day-to-day life, and how I learn well, work productively, and contribute in the community. Also, growing up in a family back in my home country in India, I faced lots of issues related to mental health, where we were put as a boy in the family. There was a lot of pressure from my parents on me, where I have to achieve standard sort of tasks that were given by my parents at a very young age, and then I have to achieve them. Though even if I didn't like to do them related to studies, whether it's anything given by my family, and then I have to achieve them nevertheless because it was given by them. So I'll say like it puts lots of mental stress on a person at a very young age. Otherwise, like since I came to this country, I've seen like there's a freedom, but working on a job and then going home and then doing your daily tasks, still it puts a bit of mental stress on ourselves. But otherwise it's all good.
Yeah, that's true. I know some people are different cultures. They always go to the boys or the men's, and they always say or you can't do this, you have to do this, you have to be tough. They always put stress on the kids.
That's
and
right.
And how they will come up to be that man. And yeah, I'll rearrange it, but it's lots of stress on the young boys especially. And once they get older, it'll be more tough on them, more stress, and even as you said with work, especially the men gets it more heat.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
What about yourself?
Hanok, did you face any challenges growing up, or anything that you would like to say recently, like related to mental health?
To be recently, like for me, because recently got married last year, and then because for men, you have to be the head of the table, and because I didn't know how it was first, then when I started talking with my wife, had to be like a strong husband.
You realize, you have to be mature.
We've been talking with them to be the providers, and that was like stressful first. And then when we talked to each other about it, I got more comfortable talking with her. And then
did the weight come out your shoulders when you talk more about yourself and what you went through?
And I remember, like you were telling me, like your wife's overseas, right? And then there's a wait time where she has to come to this country. Did that put any sort of like mental stress, like being away after getting married? You know, that attachment that a husband and wife, they build up, and then staying separate from each other. Like, was a similar case for me as well, because when I recently got married, and then after that, because I'm an Australian citizen, but my wife had an Indian nationality. So after our marriage, when we got married, and then she had to come here, so we had to go to like all sort of documentations to apply, and then there's a wait time, and then but once you get married, there's a bonding that you don't want to live separately. You know, it's very hard.
You build that connection.
Connections,
connection
especially after you got married, you don't wanna live.
No.
You know. And I think like Hanok, but we were lucky. Like she got a tourist visa, and then after that she got her things sorted out here in Australia. But I think your wife's away, and then it puts some sort of like stress.
Yeah, it does.
It does, right? Yeah,
I've been waiting this past 12 months.
Is it?
12 months.
It's a long wait.
So
I can understand. Like before, it's okay when we're just talking, but once you're married, then that's it. The connection builds up, and then you want to stay with each other. You know. And then
that's your life, basically.
But I hope our voice is heard, or your voice is heard through this podcast, and then we wish you all the best. Your wife gets the visa, and you guys are together. You know.
I know. For myself, mental health means like emotional thoughts. It affects how you think and how you act. And you guys basically said it.
But as a disability, I want to know, like, how does it differentiate, like, from a normal person having mental health and with a person having a disability? Like, for you guys, is it more challenging, or like, how do you guys deal with this?
For myself, growing up, because I was born with spina bifida, growing up, a lot of people basically did things for me by myself, like did everything for me, like basically got handed, like they did everything, like, how do I say, they just did things for me.
But do you guys, like, especially like I know that you play basketball, right? And then when you have a lot of like mental stress, does by playing your sport, it goes away, and then when you keep yourself preoccupied?
Yeah. So basically, basketball, I'll say, keeps me alive. Like
It's the
without it, like I don't know what I would do. Like
yeah.
Uh,
But it's the energy booster for you.
Yes, like the teammates, like you're surrounded with good people. Your mind's like you're in a different world. Like your mind's in a different world, and
it's all positivity. Like
yes,
it gives you positive vibes.
Yes, yeah. And without it, I don't know what I would do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Hanok, like, how do you deal with the mental stress, like, in day-to-day life?
It's been difficult because you can't do everything with one hand. So it's been hard for me, like, mostly to do everything, like, saying, like, carrying heavy stuff. So I needed, like, my siblings or my parents to help me out to carry it. And then, but like for driving a car, that didn't put me in a box because that was putting like, I was focused on that. And then, so I finished like my lessons and did my test in one go.
Oh, you passed it in one?
Yeah, and then I was so excited. Then my whole family was excited. But
so you proved everyone wrong. Like they thought like you might not be able to. Like not the family members. Family members are like they boost you up. But sometimes like friends they think like as a community some people think like okay, that person shouldn't be on the road because he's got a disability. But they never know like okay, you can do the things like they can do. And then I've heard like your cars, it's been modified, which is really good. And then it's a kind of inspiration for the other people like who have disabilities, and then they wanna drive as well. And then I think they'll be on the road.
Right. Yeah. It's good. Like people like things like that exist, and it's like we can do anything that anyone can do, like everybody can do, and we need like to modify tiny things like the modifications in the car, and we could, once you do that, we can do anything. Anything is possible.
So it's not like a barrier.
Yes.
So it's like we're breaking the barriers.
Yeah.
So I also wanted to ask who is in your support system, like who is, if you guys need any sort of help, and then how did you guys build that sort of environment like in your daily life? Like for example, if you guys need support, for me like it's my family or my wife here, like since she's here. So being alone in the past as a single person, like for me I had to tackle all the things by myself, like but as a family, when you grow together.
Yes.
So whether you have any joy or sorrows in your life, or if there's anything you share with your partner, and then I in my culture they say like if you have any problems or any stress, you share with your partner, and then it becomes like the 50% is gone. So it's always better, because when you're alone by yourself, it kind of increases, your stress increases, because there's no one you have to share with. And it's always good, like if you have a partner, if you have someone in your family, and then we share
vent about
what's bothering us. They'll try to find a solution, or at least there is someone next to you. And then I would like to know for you, Chitik or Hanok, like how do you guys, like if you have any sort of like stress in life, whether it's mental stress or anything, like how do you guys cope up with it?
Usually listen to music.
Nice.
Probably scroll on TikTok.
Okay, social media.
Just walk around or roll around. Just keep my mind straight. So that's pretty much it.
And Hanok?
Yeah, it's the same as listening to the music, doing exercise, and then
that's good.
Then talking with my wife or with my parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's really good. So, what do you guys think, like, as a society or the community, like people should understand what mental health is like? Do you think like there is lots of people they actually don't know as men's, how do we have mental stress and then the community isn't aware?
I would say, like, living with disabilities, we juggle a lot. First thing, disability, and the second thing, like most men, like people don't think that we have mental health and we need help, and they always, how do I say it? They always think that we're tough. They say, oh, you're weak if you have mental health and all that stuff. And yeah, it's just all the above. Like, we juggle a lot. Like, yeah, as I said, this disability, we have a mindset and we have a brain, and yeah.
You guys did Sons of West recently, like you guys got graduated. Like, did that help you, in which you guys must have learned about doing? We want to shout out to the Western Bulldogs as well. Like, they did a good, like really a good thing where they're wearing the society, the community about lots of various things related to disabilities.
Yeah.
And then did that guys help you reaching out to where people with mental stress and other sort of disabilities?
So they helped a lot. The Sons of the West, they bring like men from 18 and onwards from the community. They how do I say it? They encourage everyone to come and meet new people, and they're there for each other. And
like, what did you guys learn, like from different classes that you guys had?
Learned about mental health, sleeping habit, gambling,
diet,
food waste.
Oh yeah, that's very good.
the important stuff.
Yeah, they were really important things.
I heard you guys were very excited regarding some cooking classes that you did. Remember one day you guys were having a chat, like you guys did some cooking. Was that?
Yeah, it was good. We changed it up. They changed it up a bit. We pushed the theory aside and we just did some cooking and made some healthy food, and we helped each other. We went in groups and helped each other, and yeah, it was fun.
Like myself, I love cooking too.
Yeah.
But I don't like cooking for myself, but I like to cook for others. I did study hospitality when I came to this country, and then I learned cooking professionally. And sometimes when I'm at home, when I'm stressed out or having some sort of stress, to put my stress away, I'll look for different dishes online. As you said, like browse TikTok, or if anything pops up on my Facebook page, and then I always want to give it a go. And then to see like, okay, if I can do a try, maybe I'll make something like that, And then by that time when my mind diverts when I'm doing cooking, and then all the stress has been gone away. So it's a kind of a stress booster, but also I see it as my hobby. Or as a passion, like, to do cooking.
What about yourself?
So, for me?
Like, what do you think, like, how the society thinks, like, we, as a man, we need to be tough and the only breadwinner for the family, and then they don't know how much mental stress we have. Like, do you want to say something regarding that? Like, what do you think, if you want to aware the society?
For men, they express, like, to be strong person. They don't want to look weak. And then
even if we cry, people will think like, okay, they're very weak. Okay, why is a guy crying? A female can cry, but people see us in awkward way, but they don't know we have the same sort of emotions, feelings. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Do you know why is that?
Because I think they are more afraid of asking for help. And they want.
And I'll say I'll jump in. Sorry, I'll say it starts from a young age. Like, the men always told boys to be tough, don't cry, be a man, and all that stuff. Like the society says that not only the father but everyone.
Yeah. I
what
think
does-
it's a vicious cycle that has been created, kind of a thing that people have a sort of in their mindset,
Yes.
that they think like, okay, the males, they have to be stronger and then they can't have any sort of like, stress. But this is what society needs to know, that we also face challenges in life. We do have mental stress.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's hard to cope up with, which I think everyone should be aware of. So Chitik and Hanok, I would like to ask you, like, if there are any tips you want to throw in that can acknowledge barriers.
I'd say, there's some help out there. There's friends that will listen to you, family. There's resources like, you just have to just search on Google, but there's a lot out there that would help. You're not alone, and there's people out there that have similar, not the same, but similar things what you're going through in life. And
There's mental health therapists, there's your family, there's your community that can
Like the
listen.
support staff.
Yeah, and your closest friends too. So
what about yourself?
Yeah, for me, I'll say, like, if I have any sort of barrier, or if I'm facing any sort of stress, I do love sharing it with my family, with my partner,
Yeah.
and try to see like if there is any solution, if so that like it's better to hold your challenges at the very start, so you don't want to have your stress to increase in a way where it's very hard for you to find a solution for it. So it's always best to communicate, and then with your family, and see like, okay, what can be done if you're facing any sort of drawbacks, or like, because what my dad says is like, I think it's in every culture, we can't have happy days every day.
Yeah.
There are days where you're feeling a bit down,
Yeah,
or
that's
you have
life.
any sort of
It's
that's
life. Everyone has it.
Yeah, it's for example, for a company as well. They say a company or an organization is doing everything right, and then they're only having a positive feedback.
Yeah.
Or if a employee thinks like, okay, this company needs to have everything like done positively, and there is no.
Yeah.
But sometimes they need to have some sort of feedback which is not right, because then that will help the company to go much better. Because then they know like, okay, where they're lacking.
Yeah, that's true.
Is there any feedback where they didn't do something right? So it's the same example, like we can put it on our life.
Yeah.
So we can't have happy days every day.
Yeah.
There may be days where we didn't do something right, but we always learn from our mistakes.
Yes,
But
that's
we
true.
don't wanna have unusual like stress
Yeah.
where we can solve it by finding a solution for it, rather than keeping it to ourselves, because that will just affect our own, not only our mental health, but also our physical health. It will causes, the stress will try to cause harm to our body,
Yeah.
so which we don't want. So it's always better to talk to your close ones,
Yeah.
and then see if a solution can be found. Like we can find out the solution at the very early stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I always say, life is a roller coaster.
Roller coaster,
It's
yeah.
up and down, up and down,
yeah.
but it's always going up.
Yeah.
Always going up. It's just that's life, and just like if you keep going down, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
You need to talk to someone, and as you said, if you're always sad and it's unusual, like every day, you should talk to your close ones, and pretty much. If today's episode hit home, know this: you're not weak for struggling. You're strong for showing up, and you are never alone. Whether you're facing mental health challenges, living with a disability, or just tired of pretending you're fine, we see it. We see you. This Breaking Barriers, and together we rise.
And I would like to ask the viewers to share this episode with your friends and family, and or as much as in the community when it's out on our Breaking Barriers Instagram page, official page, when it's posted online, so that the community is aware, the society is aware what men's in daily life we face challenges related to mental health, and then how important this topic is to be discussed and to make people aware regarding this.
Yeah.
And also, I would like everyone, whoever is viewing this, to follow our official Breaking Barriers Media page on Instagram, because that can inspire people to bring up a change and then to learn more regarding mental health. And if any viewers have any questions, or they want to be part of our future podcast where Chitik will be hosting, Hanok's going to be part of it, I would like them to reach out to us through our message portal, through Instagram, or through our official website, which is linked to the Instagram page. And they can reach out to us through the message, and then we can help them out in any way we can.
There's lots of resources.
Yes. And there are always ways to find out solutions to everything. And this is what our today's topic was all about: mental stress. So we don't want to keep it to ourselves,
It's not only Mental Health Week, every day is mental health.
Every day is mental health.
Yes.
And then that's why it's if people community see mental health as a barrier, it's time to break the barriers.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Chitik. Thank you, Hanok.
That's all. Thanks.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Remember, don't stay, be aware. Nah, I forgot it. I forgot the motto.